Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jaclyn, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to do an April reset. I'm going to go over my favorites from March, our budget, meaning like major expenses we had in March, savings, things of that sort. And then we're going to set some goals for the month of April and plan the month of April. I got my coffee because we definitely needed some fuel for this video. So let me know what you guys think of it. If you like it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you want me to do more of these types of videos. All right, we've got enough to cover. Let's hop right into my favorites. My first favorite I'm going to talk about might not surprise some of you, but it might, and that is my Kindle. Also, I say Kindle, not Kindle. I don't know, it's been that way for years and it's probably not going to change, so excuse me for pronouncing it wrong. I got a Kindle for Christmas and I was unsure if I would like having a Kindle because one, I love reading a real book. One of the main reasons why, I think this is just like the competitive side in me, I like seeing my progress, like physically seeing, oh, whenever I started reading, you know, an hour ago, I was here and now I'm here and I read that much. And just like something about that motivates me to keep reading. I don't know, it's almost like a little competition I set with myself. So I was afraid that this wouldn't give me that same kind of fire and fuel to keep reading. But boy, was I wrong. I love this thing. One, because it is so comfortable to hold. Reading in bed at night, it's just really awkward to hold a book, especially if you want to roll over on your side, like you really can't do it. I also put a pop socket on the back, so it's just like really comfortable to hold in my hand. And surprisingly, I don't miss a physical book. I have Kindle Unlimited. You pay $10 a month and then you get access to a large library of books. And this is what completely sold me on the Kindle, is that when you go to buy a book, you can also buy the audiobook to go along with it at a much cheaper price than like a normal Audible subscription would be or an audiobook would be. And this is the best part, is that if I listen to 20 minutes on here and then pick up on my Kindle, it will go, oh, we saw you were listening to your audiobook. Do you want to go where you left off? So it like tracks what you read. I love this and cannot recommend it enough, especially if you love to read. I feel like it will be a great little investment. Okay, while we're on the topic of books, one of my favorite books that I read this month was The Housemaid. I gave this book 5 stars. It was so good. It's also on Kindle Unlimited if you have a Kindle. If you're looking for a nice mystery thriller, this is a really good book. My next favorite is athletic dresses. I have been living in my athletic dresses. I love them. All of mine are from Hilaria. I have worked with them on previous videos, but I'm not working with them on this video. But if you guys are interested in purchasing it, I'll leave my code with them down below so you can get 15% off. I think it's Jaclyn15. Anyway, I love these athletic dresses. They are so cute. They come with built-in padding and shorts. They're just the best. It's so easy. Just throw it on. You don't have to think about top and a bottom. And I love them and they look super cute. Next favorite, if you follow me on Instagram, you are not surprised by this. I made homemade vanilla bean syrup for my coffees. I used it in my iced coffee. I use it in my lattes that I make every morning and it is so good. I made a reel on Instagram on how to make it. It literally takes less than 5 minutes. You don't have to have any cooking skills at all, and it is so good. I made this a week ago and I'm already almost out, so I'm definitely going to have to make it again, and I will because it is delicious. One of my next favorites is Morgan Wallen's new album, Ish. There are some songs on there I just am not into, but I thought I'd go through some of my favorites. If you guys don't know, I mainly listen to worship music, but outside of worship music, I listen to Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, and Morgan Wallen. I'll sprinkle in a few other artists here and there, but those are like my main people. I was so excited for his new album to come out, just counting down the days. So some of my favorites are I Love One Thing at a Time, 98 Braves, Tennessee Numbers, Hope That's True, Me and All Your Reasons I think is such a good song, Tennessee Fan, Money on Me. Let me explain why I love this song. In this song he's saying, I wouldn't put my money on me if you're looking for like a steady man. I think it says like a soft place to land, arms you can trust. I'm not a better man, but even if I was, honestly, I wouldn't put my money on me. And I love that song because whenever he's talking about the kind of guy that he isn't, it makes me think of Sam, and it makes me think of the man that Sam is. I don't know, it just really warms my heart, and I know that's like not what the song is about, but it reminds me of Sam, and I love it. But the good parts remind me of Sam whenever he's talking about, you just need to listen to it, you know what I mean. The chorus is what reminds me of Sam. What else do I love? I love Days That End in Y, and I think that's it. Like, I think those are the ones that like I hear it and I'm like excited to hear it. But there's 36 songs and I'm still kind of learning them, but I feel like I know the majority of them. So last favorite I'm going to talk about is this Say Slip Tint. This is like a tinted moisturizer. I love this stuff. I'm not wearing it right now. Once I put my makeup on, I was like, oh, I should have done that so they could see how it wears. It is very glowy and beautiful, and I'm not one for like super glowy, dewy looking skin, but it just looks very natural, and I really love that. I don't do like full faces of makeup every day. Actually, most days I don't wear makeup, but on the days that I'm looking for a good in between, you know, just like a light something something, some mascara. This is my go-to. Whenever we go on like vacation, this will definitely be my go-to product. Especially, I cannot wait for the days where I am like sunburnt. Well, not sunburnt, but like, you know, have that fresh, I spent all day at the beach glow, and then put this on top. It will look so, so good. So I'm looking forward to using this in the spring and summer. Now we're gonna go over the budgeting part of this video. So before we hop into all the details, I just wanna give you guys some background and insight. So my job is this. So my income is very sporadic. Like, I know that I'll get paid certain times of the month from certain things, but I never know how much it will be. And then there are other things like my sponsorships. It doesn't matter what day it is, I could get paid, I could not. It's just whenever the company feels like paying me, essentially, within the time frame of when they said they would pay me. So overall, my income is like this. Now, my husband, Sam, works in the corporate world, so he is on salary, and he gets paid twice a month. And that keeps us very steady, and I am so grateful for that. So we're gonna talk about the month of March. Now, it's important to know, I'm not going to tell you guys how much money we make, how much our mortgage is, things like that. I'm just not comfortable doing that. Literally, no one else knows those things but me and Sam. But I will talk to you guys about our categories of expenses, and then I'll also talk about unexpected expenses and percentages and things like that. I'm hoping it will still be helpful and give you guys some insight without like me being too vulnerable, if that makes sense. Overall, the month of March was a good month. And if something is a good month, it's because my income was higher than average. But I will say that with an asterisk, because we had a ton of random expenses this month that I'll get into. This month was a really great month for me because I got a lot of payments in that were pending, which is always a great thing. So typically whenever I make more money than average, then we get to save a lot more than we were planning on, which is always ideal. We do have a specific number that we try to save every month. So let's start with my payday. So I pay myself once a month. So since I have a business, I have all business accounts and things of that sort. So any money that I get in goes to my business account, and before I pay myself, I put money towards taxes. I also pay off my business credit card, and then I pay us. And I will say, once that money gets over our personal account, Sam really takes care of the rest. He is the finance guy in our family. It just stresses me out. If it was up to me, I wouldn't even have a credit card. I would only use debit card, but I do see the value in having a credit card if you're responsible with all the points and things like that. So Sam takes care of all of that. Typically, whenever we get paid, we give to our church, and then we pay off anything that's like on our credit card. I think he might pay it off like every few days or once a week. I don't know. So now for expenses. Our general monthly expenses are our mortgage, food. Teddy has actually costed us a lot of money per month, and I'm starting to count on it. And my medical bills are something that also cost a lot per month, and usually some travel expenses here and there. One really big expense that we had was actually for my business, but it came directly out of what I would have been paid, so it does affect our income, is $2,000 that I spent on having my taxes done. I do own a corporation, and corporate taxes are due in March rather than April like everybody else. So that was a hefty bill, let me tell you. So that was a really large expense, but that did come right out of my business. And this month we are also paying for Teddy to get trained. We are setting him off to go get trained, which makes me so sad. He'll be gone for 2 to 3 weeks, which is nothing crazy, but it still is really, really sad. And that will cost us $2,180, which is a lot. Now, another random income thing was, since we did file our taxes, we got a huge tax return, and that tax return paid for, one, the taxes itself, and for Teddy's training. So we put that money towards that. So they're big expenses, but we also had like a random amount of money come in, so it kind of evens out. So those are all of our random expenses. Now for the good news. Like I said, with my income being higher than average this month, we put that money in savings toward a trip that we're making in December, which we are really excited for. So overall, this month was a great month for us, and I just want to clarify that is not always the case. I really hope all that made sense and kind of gives you an insight into how we do our money. Honestly, I should have Sam here because he's the one that actually does everything. So let me know if you guys want me to go into detail next time about how I run my business's money, and maybe I can do like a payday routine along with this. Now time to set some goals. We got cozy, we're on the couch. These are my goals for the month of April. When I set goals, I don't do anything too ambitious because I hate not meeting the goal. So I kind of set the bar high, but I don't set it too high, if you know what I mean. So my first goal for this month, if you can even call this a goal, is to start Nuuly, which is a clothing subscription where you pay $89 a month and you get to rent 6 pieces of clothing, and then you wear them for a month, send them back, and you do it over again. So the reason I want to start Nuuly is because coming up, I have a lot of big fun events that we'll talk about in the planning section. Lots of weddings, just trips, things like that, that I feel like it would be worth paying $89 and getting 6 pieces rather than for the events. Not that I would have to buy clothes, but I would want to. Like if I want to dress up or something, that I would probably spend that money or more. So why not just rent the clothes, since I probably won't wear that piece again? Is that all making sense? Anyway, and I wanted to try Nuuly for a really long time, so it just seems like the perfect time. So next goal is to walk 3 times a week with Teddy. I was actually walking Teddy every day, and then allergies hit. I just realized this box is right here. My bad. It's good for me, it's good for him. We're both happy. Okay, next goal is to read 3 books this month, which is not too lofty of a goal for me. At the beginning of the year, I said I wanted to read 30 books this month. I think it was 30, which is about 2.5 books per month. So naturally, I'm gonna try to read 3. Then next goal is that I want to play pickleball, specifically with our friends Adam and Bailey. They're like our pickleball friends, and I really want to set out to do that. Big pickleball girl, me and Sam make a great team, and it is so fun. My next goal is that I want to take Teddy somewhere fun, like Fetch or the Beltline. You get it, somewhere fun. Living in Atlanta, we've got so many opportunities for fun dog things that like you can go to. And the reason why it's my goal to do this is because whenever he comes back from training, that's like what he will be trained for. He'll know how to heel, how to listen. So like right now, when he sees people, he gets so excited and jumps on them and is like crazy. And it's just very puppy-like. Like that's the whole reason that we're training him, is so that we can have freedom to bring him places. That's what we're really excited for. So I want to test that out as soon as he gets home. Another goal I have is that I want to post 1 reel a week on Instagram. I have been killing it with the reels recently. Right now, that's the only way to grow on Instagram. I'm just trying to keep up with that algorithm. Okay, another goal that I have, this is kind of like personal, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. So I felt really convicted about a week ago, because I've really been struggling with feeling like I don't really have much of a purpose. And I know like I have a purpose on this earth, not like that, but just like day to day, because I don't have coworkers, I don't have an office space, I don't have people in my life that I can be a light to. So I've been really feeling like kind of down. Like I've always had that. I guess it was mainly in school, like you're being a light, and that was my goal in life. And now I'm like, where can I do that? And I realized like I felt convicted because I was feeling down about it. And I was like, wait a second. In my vows, I said to Sam, I will make our marriage my greatest ministry. I'm not saying get my fulfillment from our marriage, but I'm saying why not focus my energy on that mission of loving him well, making it my ministry to serve him well, to really show him the love of Christ through my love for him. He's a believer, like he doesn't need to hear the gospel, but I can still proclaim Christ to him through my actions and my love for him and being a light in his life. and showing him unconditional love. So that's one of my goals, is to make my marriage my ministry more than just like what I've been doing. That's my focus this month, and that's my goal, and I'm putting it out here, so now I gotta do it, you know what I mean? Now we are going to plan the month of April. If you guys know me, I love a good plan. I am a planner. I like to know times, places. I always look at my week. I write everything in my calendar, but don't let that fool you. I'm still a very fun and spontaneous person as long as it fits within my plan. You know what I mean? I do use Google Calendar. I used to be an old-fashioned planner girly, but then I couldn't always fit my planner in my purse. So then it was like, wait till I get home and then I'll check my planner, and it was just real difficult. So I switched over to Google Calendar, and I love it. And I love it even more now that I've completely customized it. I watched an entire video on how to customize your Google Calendar. I will link that video down below. It was very helpful. These are all the categories I have for planning purposes, and I'll actually put all of my hex codes on the screen. A few weeks ago, I had shared how I'd updated my Google Calendar, and a lot of you guys had asked for the hex codes. I feel like the colors go really well with the calendar, if that makes sense. Like deadlines are bright yellow, filming is pink because I film a lot, so my calendar is filled with pink a lot. Traveling is blue, and just all these colors are very happy colors, which we love. So the very first day of April, we're actually getting together with Grant and Emily to plan a really fun trip that we have coming up at the end of the year, and we need to book everything, so we're just going to take that time to get together and plan that. So something I do consistently month to month is I do serve in the nursery at my church, and for the month of April, I do have it twice a month. And then some really fun plans that we have. One, I'm going to see Taylor Swift. Guys, I'm so excited. I was the person that was on Ticketmaster for 8 hours, and I got us tickets. So I'm going with the OG crew, Abigail, my mom, and my Aunt Lee, Abigail's mom. So the Backpack Girls will be back. If you know, you know. So that's the main reason I wanted to do Newly, because I wanted to have a really fun outfit that I'll probably never wear again, and why not just rent it, then pay for it, you know what I mean? So we're actually going to see Taylor Swift twice, but the second one is in May, so that doesn't count. So only once in April. Then in April, we also have a Smokies trip. So I am from Knoxville, Tennessee, which is probably, side note, this is probably why I love Morgan Wallen's music so much, is because it feels like it's hitting home, because it is hitting home. Anyway, back to the Smokies trip. Me and Sam are doing a really fun Smokies trip. It's actually for work, but I'm so excited. I grew up going to the Smokies, and I'm really excited for Sam to experience that, and it will just be really fun. And we have Easter coming up this month. I don't know what we're doing for Easter. So if you guys follow along on my vlogs, then you probably know that Sam once a quarter has to work this thing called swarm shift, where he works from 2 to 10. And he has to work Saturday, Sunday on call, and then also 2 to 10. So it just so happened that he was given the week of Easter. So Sam will be working on Easter Sunday. So I might go to Nashville to go see my little niece, baby JoJo, since my parents will be in Florida. Grant and Emily are doing something. So I thought, well, I might go take this as a time to go see JoJo and hang out with Kyle and Hannah. Easter is in the air. I don't know what I'm doing for Easter. Around this time every year is whenever I dye my hair. I'm very low maintenance when it comes to hair. Like, I don't want to keep up with it. The last time I dyed my hair was over a year ago at this point. So since Sam was out of town and the only person I trust to dye my hair is my aunt who is in Tennessee, I'm gonna make a fun little trip up to Tennessee while Sam's out of town and get my hair done. So that is really, really exciting. It's the one time of year that I do it, so it seems like something worth noting. So those are our major plans for the month of April. Lots of fun things happening. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video and enjoyed planning with me and reflecting with me and just planning for the month of April. It feels good, it feels great. Comment down below if you guys want to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. The fact that I've not finished this is a crime.